Valentine, Arizona is about 120 miles from Las Vegas on Route 66. One summer morning just before sunup, another driver named Murray and I were driving our end dumps eastbound on Route 66 to get 2 loads of 3/4 inch granite. As we were going around a curve just before we got to our destination, Murray yelled on the CB radio, "Look out, there's a deer in the ditch on the right." Before I could react, a yearling buck tried to jump over the hood of my Kenworth. I instinctively swerved to the left, but not in time. The whitetail deer hit my exhaust stack and went down between my drive tires and then got squashed, spraying blood all over the side of my bright yellow trailer. Murray kept driving, but I stopped to pull the carcass from the roadway. The yearling weighed about 100 pounds and was easy to slide into the weeds. When I got to the gravel pit, I got out to check out how much damage the deer had done to my truck. Ernesto, the lead loader operator, came over and took a look also. The deer had broken the exhaust bracket on my stack and wrecked my quarter fender. There was blood and fur everywhere. We wired the exhaust pipe back onto the bracket and removed the mangled fender. The usual rule is to notify the Arizona Department of Public Safety to have the roadkill removed from the roadway, but Ernesto said just to leave it there and he'd feed it to his dogs after work. It was probably a week before I made it back to Valentine, and as I rounded that same curve, I could see the legs of the deer still sticking up above the weeds. Ernesto said that the flies had gotten to the deer before he did, so he just left it there. A few days later, I was headed to Valentine again, and as I rounded that same curve, there was an old pickup truck parked on the shoulder, and there were 4 guys standing over the dead deer. Suddenly, they picked up the carcass and threw it in the back of their pickup truck and drove off. When I got to the pit, I told Ernesto, and he said that they were Apaches and would probably still eat the deer. I've since learned that that's not necessarily true. It's doubtful that they would eat the rotted meat from the deer, but they will use the bones and certain body parts to make jewelry and such.